ones stirring up the conflict. They try to make it out like I'm conflicted.
Still trying to the riches.
East Coast and 6'4s hitting switch. It's not a conflict of interest.
Cut it with the business. West Coast rocking them Timberlands, deep up in the trenches. It's no different. 4th and inches. I'm finna hit a lick and handle business. I got her down, she real vicious. Rockabye, baby, no witness. This is not even a conflict. You on nonsense. Got the same way in Brooklyn and Compton. But with that gang, then make a profit. On top, stay poppin'. Look. See, I was the high school slick Rick, I was styling. Fat gold chain with an African medallion. Hip-hop connoisseur and rolling 20 gripping. Rap game real tight, freestyle was magnificent. All about the clout and all about my dividends. Them older couldn't tell me different. I need a roundaway girl to live in. Showtime at the Apollo. I'm about the bottle. Take 2 and pour out a little for my who won't live to see tomorrow.
If God for me, who could be against me? I guess all of that's against me. They the ones stirring up the conflict. They try to make it out like I'm conflicted.
I'm the best, I'm the best, as you know. And I got it, and I got it on my own. Get my way up, get my go, go. If I touch it, then it's cold, then it's cold. I'm the best, I'm the best, as you know. And I got it, and I got it on my own. Get my way up, get my go. If I touch it, then it's cold, then it's cold. People the bank and they know I'm in prison. He wanna talk, but he not on the schedule. I ain't taking no from my who ain't heavy. I'm the best, and you heard what I said. Spend all the money, I'm dripping, it's falling. Got on it, then it's dripping like water. Teaching, but I don't have a daughter. I know me, I can pick up when I call her. Working big and it don't hurt to break, cause I'ma always do it how I wanna do it. Every time he lead a know he missed the know I got him running to it. I'ma need to pull the mouth before we talk it that I'm waking up and thumbing through it. Run a like a runner do it. Stun on her till like a stunner do it. I'm the best, I'm the best, as you know. And I got it, and I got it on my own. Get my way up, get my go. If I touch it, then it's cold, then it's cold. I'm the best, I'm the best, as you know. And I got it, and I got it on my own. Get my way up, get my go. If I touch it, then it's cold, then it's cold. Top dog like I manage. I'm the really damaged. I came out and make the channel froze. I'm really who the piano chose. Put my name up like a banner boat. Acting tough and I'ma let her go. Name her who got a better flow. She can hang it up till like a telephone. Stick me up with the cost 10K to let it come see it. Hands out me, I make it come treat it. Spin, make it come beat it. I want the new in the machine out. Jewelry be caught like the temperature 0. I'm the hardest, they call me the hero. Heavy then they know what I be on. I'm the best, I'm the best, as you know. And I got it, and I got it on my own. Get my way up, get my go. If I touch it, then it's cold, then it's cold. I'm the best, as you know. And I got it, and I got it on my own. Get my way up, get my go. If I touch it, then it's cold, then it's cold.
With your goons, I'm bringing my game. All of that talking just sound like a show. I'm just letting you know that I'm not entertained. You hear the crowd, they screaming my name. I got the stadium going insane. Done with the talking.
But it seems like only yesterday we were here for Super Bowl 52, and now back for the road to the Super Bowl here in the Twin Cities at U.S. Bank Stadium. Ahead will decide the second entrant to next week's NFC title game, as we've got a great one in store between the Atlanta Falcons and the Minnesota Vikings. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. They start the drive with Cook. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain. That was their first third down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key third down throws.
It's Cousins on the sneak, and he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on fourth.
I think in this situation, all you want to do is make sure your guys are set up front. No one jumps, no penalties. Sometimes we even call cadence, just go and pick it up.
Yeah, because it's on them. I mean, the quarterback's job's pretty easy there.
It really is. You talk about inches, just go get it.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield, incomplete.
Man coverage is certainly a staple of their defense, and it's built for plays like that, forcing that incompletion.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Throwing, Cousins. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
On third down, Cousins. Open here, Adam Thielen. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. So that's good for a first down. There's a guy who went over 1,000 yards receiving in the regular season, and now he's got his first catch of the playoffs. Cousins again. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. And he fires one that's intercepted. Isaiah Oliver with the INT. And the Falcons are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 7. Nobody ever wants the interception on the opening drive to happen, but when it happens in the playoffs, it feels like it's a bigger deal. What a rough start.
And how about these visitors? The defense just went right on the field and seized momentum. You know, almost like they're saying, okay, no one expects us to win this one. Let's go ahead and give them a shock early. Took the ball from the home team and put them in the hole.
Because this crowd, one of the best in the league, especially this time of year, it's going to be tough to take them out of it, but that's a heck of a start. And a productive gain out to the 14 after starting at the 7. It's a gain of 7. 2nd and 3. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
Nice job there forcing that incompletion. This is going to be a fun battle throughout this game, watching him try to take away that area of the field.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Back to throw here. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. They'll run with a former Viking, Cordell Patterson. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
That's a play to take note of there for the defense, I think, in the future. If you're going to try and block him, maybe you get a guard to help double-team him and try and steer him out of the play. They should have done it on that snap.
Mariota's throw into the hands of Pitts here. And he'll be out right at the 35. 17 yards and a first down for Atlanta.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. They'll set up to throw. Well, that'll be incomplete. He took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
It's always tough trying to keep your guy upright when he's trying to throw the football. When you're dealing with those big, bad guys on the defensive front, it's even tougher. And this time, those guys on the opposite side won the battle, getting to the quarterback and knocking him into an incompletion.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Hit as he throws there, incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part to get up the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football and now zapped right back in the other direction. 42-yard punt, 6 on the return. And it will be Vikings ball, 1st and 10. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Remember last time out they threw the interception on their first drive. Good news, their defense backed him up, so it's still 0-0 here as they begin their 2nd possession.
Yeah, one great way to judge a defense. How do they handle what we call sudden change? When all of a sudden, it goes against their offense and have to run out in the field and try and put out the fire. Give this one great kudos for getting out there and not letting that interception lead to points. Excellent job by them defensively.
Going for Jefferson downfield. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Well, they certainly came out firing in this one, and while that one was incomplete, I can't imagine that'll be the last shot that they take in this game.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Every offense tells you they want to come out and start fast. That's not unusual at all. But this group, they've yet to get much rolling through their first 2 drives. It looks like they're going to have to give up the football again after this one.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And the fair catch is made at about the 27-yard line. It'll wind up just a 35-yard punt, no return. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great.
And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Picked off by Lewis. And the Vikings are going to have the football here at their own 18-yard line. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give it one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early in the first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you...
And the pressure too much that time as Cousins goes down. D'Angelo Malone, the outside linebacker, coming up to drop him for a loss of a full 10 yards. So now after the sack, Cousins and the Vikings come up here 3rd and long. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Steps away. And this one is incomplete.
Well, based on what we've seen so far, I don't think you can even call this an off day anymore, partner, because this group we're watching, they are totally out of rhythm, trying to get their game plan up and running. That 0 on the scoreboard is glaring down at them with every incompletion.
And taken at the 46. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And the Falcons are set up well to begin their drive as it'll begin in enemy territory already.
Okay, ready? Turn the ball.
1st and 10, it's Patterson. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. They'll set up a throw. Connection made on the out route to Valdez-Scantling. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. So they'll get 8 out of that completion. And 3rd and 1 now. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. They'll run with Patterson. He's going to be a yard short. Needed 2, but only got 1. 4th down. We're scoreless after 1.
Ready, break. Practice, stick.
They'll drop to throw. And it's going to be batted down, and we'll go the other way with the football. The Falcons go for it, but it doesn't work out. And the Vikings defense is going to get the football back.
No surprise. They try to throw the ball on 4th down, but it gets batted down. They don't pick it up.
Well, little football 101. When you're going toward that quarterback, you see he's going to start to throw. Get your hands up,
Get your hands up, affect the play, and then everyone get your hands up. When the ball gets to the receiver, moment of truth, knock it away.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Isaiah Oliver with the INT. And the Falcons are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. Now Patterson to start the drive. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. On 1st down, going back to Patterson. Try to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Now a throw here to his running back. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way. And really, we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earned a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
That's a nice design there, but sometimes, though, you get so many blockers out ahead of you, they kind of slow you down and force you to adjust. You always appreciate guys trying to help you, but maybe one less there could have turned this into a bigger game.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Toward the sideline, he will have the first down. Good catch. He was able to keep the feet in bounds. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
So, Charles, you look at this offense, you think about it, you got a rookie quarterback at the helm. You're in the divisional round of the playoffs here, and that head of his just has to be spinning, doesn't it?
Well, normally you'd have to say yes, but I do think that the way things went last week, how he played the wild card win, how sensational he was, that'll stop his head from spinning. And now he's in a situation that's getting towards uncharted territory because you've got...
Touchdown, Falcons! Drake London, a 24-yard touchdown. And the Falcons are on the board first here in this division round matchup. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive. And the third interception thrown by Cousins. Isaiah Oliver with the INT. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown. Now Younghoe Koo for the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0.
Makes the score Falcons 14, Vikings nothing.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Vikings take over first and 10.
Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. After the pick six, they go right back to the air. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. And the Falcons are going to take possession of the football. Well, we heard all week that they were going to put the football in the air a lot. The problem is that is now 4 interceptions, Charles, that he has thrown in this first half. How do you treat a situation? What do you say to your quarterback right now?
Boy, that's an interesting question because a lot of it depends on the head coach and the people making the decisions. You have to know your quarterback and know if he's mentally tough enough to have a chance to turn it around. Or is he a guy that maybe you've seen enough and it's time to go to the backup? But right now what you're rooting for is your defense to help keep you in the game, to give him an opportunity to get back on track.
And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1.
They just keep trying, but so far, finding no room for anyone.
Not whatsoever. In fact, you run the numbers. He's under 3 yards a carry at the moment.
Right, 97, 43. Right, 60.
Now flags come flying in. One of the Falcons moved early. The offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. Well, that's a tough, costly penalty because now it makes it 3rd and 6 after the false start. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And this one drops in the end zone. Looked like a touchdown, but not to be. And now it's 4th down. Koo knocks this one through the post, and that will extend their lead even further. So they get the turnover in plus territory. The drive stalls out, but still able to get 3 out of that.
Yeah, we were able to see an offense and a defense kind of mix and match with each other, didn't we? Both of them trying to make sure that they have the upper hand and the advantage. Offense trying to get to the end zone. Defense, of course, trying to hold them to a field goal attempt. And it wasn't a guaranteed lock 3 from where they started. So, you know, the offense has to be happy to come away with those 3 points.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They've got to be a little shell-shocked. Down double digits at home in the playoffs. Still in the first half. They've got to turn things around quickly. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. To throw is Cousins. And he'll be hit as he releases it And that'll fall incomplete.
I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath, but those guys on the defensive side of the ball, they've got big smiles on their faces. He's handing out picks like the people just leave the candy out at Halloween and you take what you want. They're having a blast out there playing against him today.
10 yards, and it's good for a Viking first down. Here's Cousins. Airing it out deep for Smith. Second quarter action, 2 minutes to go on divisional round weekend. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Again, it's Cousins. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Cook. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 41-yard line. Give him 12 yards on that one and earns him a fresh set of downs. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. To throw, Cousins. That's complete to the receiver, Thielen.
And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35. Working with 2nd and 5 now.
At the Falcons' 36-yard line.
Hey, Ken! Listen to me.
Now Cousins. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. D'Angelo Malone. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half.
This offense continues to shoot themselves in the foot. And here, another sack.
All game long, we've seen missed assignments, which have led to turnovers, sacks. This group is now...
He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
Isaiah Oliver with the INT.
And the Falcons are going to take over here on the INT at their own 5-yard line.
Let's go. 22 needle.
They go play action here on first down. He's letting it fly for Cooks. They've got his man complete. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1.
First down, Atlanta.
So forget about being backed up. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way across midfield. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. He rifles one that's intercepted.
Picked off by Chandon Sullivan. And the Vikings are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line.
Second interception for him now here in this first half. You got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question.
Now the hit comes, and Cousins lost the football. But a Viking was able to corral this one, and Minnesota will keep possession.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
Going deep downfield for Ross. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. So we've come upon halftime here in this NFC divisional round matchup. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. A trip to the NFC title game hanging in the balance. Second half action back underway. Fields it right around the goal line. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Okay, right.
About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line.
And they've been the better of the two teams through 2 quarters of play, much to the chagrin of this home crowd.
Yeah, this score is a surprise to a lot of folks at home, although not to my dad. He predicted the visitors would win. And maybe to the folks in the stadium, but you know who is not a surprise to, partner? This team with the football. They were very confident coming in.
Here's a 2nd and 7. And that's complete to Cooks. And it looks like we've got a down game set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? They looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you should have a few men in the box there.
Patterson, he'll try it up the middle. He'll get this up to the 47 and brought down there.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw.
Well, this is intercepted. They get Ritter for the 3rd time. Picked off by Chandon Sullivan. And the Vikings will have the football as this is taken up past the 30.
Pretty much everything went their way offensively in the first half, but now an interception on the opening drive of the 3rd quarter.
As we know, the key to everything here, don't get careless with the football. The problem is you've got to stay aggressive as well. So where's the line between being aggressive and attacking and being overly aggressive? I think they just crossed it on that one. You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Meanwhile, Cousins' throw pulled in by Jefferson.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Over 100 catches in the regular season, and now he's got his first catch in these playoffs. Cousins on 1st down. And his throw here is going to be incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect him to have more completions to him in this game.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Cousins now. It's caught on the right side at Smith. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days, but you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shake the defense.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Cousins. And it's caught in the end zone for the Viking touchdown by Justin Jefferson. 23 yards for a touchdown. And the Vikings are able to cut into that deficit. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the 3rd quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. This now a 10-point game, so things tightening a little bit after that last score. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on 1st down. A shotgun handoff to Patterson. And a lane slow and materializing there as he'll get maybe a yard up to the 45. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still had the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Oh, what a juke into space. Look at those stick skills. Touchdown, Falcons. Kyle Pitts, 55 yards. And his guy's now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead. Koo able to connect on the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone. And my goodness, another interception. And the Falcons are going to take possession of the football. It's still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the third quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3.
Give to Patterson, running to the right.
And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Here we go, here we go.
Here's Patterson again. Defensively, Harrison Phillips there to stop him. His carries tonight, they're getting up there, so maybe one of those every now and then is understandable.
I would agree with that. Understandable every now and then. Sometimes you come back and you fake it to him and go play action. But other times you say, okay, they got him on that one. We'll come back to him in another carry.
On 2nd down, a run with Patterson.
And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Cordero Patterson, a 21-yard touchdown run.
And the Falcons continue to pull the playoff surprise as they lead big here on the road.
Extra point by Koo, up and good. And the lead is now 24.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. This one fielded at the 5. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway.
It's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. A turnover on the last drive. They had the issue in the first half as well, and that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers, and see how that works.
He's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Cousins to throw it. And now here's another interception. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown.
Koo now for the point after.
And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away.
This is taken just shy of the 10. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here and maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
Now the hit comes, and Cousins Cousins lost the football. Second time in this game, Charles, the ball is squirted out from his hands. Luckily, his teammate was there to pounce on it.
You're right. Got the lucky bounce, able to retain possession. You know, we often talk about the combine and why do we measure quarterbacks' hands. Is that really a big deal? It's for situations like this. Do you have the hands big enough and strong enough to hold on to the football while being jostled?
First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
On 1st and 10, Cousins. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
That's another Vikings.
Play fake, Cousins. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Cousins. And my goodness, another interception. And the Falcons are going to have it here at their own 9-yard line.
Let's go.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 9-yard line.
Hurry.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. That's caught left side to the tight end Pitts. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that will bring up 2nd down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
2nd and 3. Looking deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit, too.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. He's letting it fly for Cooks. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Well, they're up comfortably here, Charles, but that lead certainly not dissuading them from pressing the envelope late. I mean, if anything, with these passes, it's like they're getting more aggressive to try to drive the ball downfield.
And that will certainly lend itself to some post-game questions for that coach, and maybe you and I should attend that press conference to see what he has to say, because someone's going to ask him why he continued to push it. My guess, he didn't like how some of the snaps were run earlier, and he wanted to use that as a chance to clean things up, but he certainly will have some explaining to do.
Trying to shake off the interception, he'll look to throw. And it's caught in the end zone for the Viking touchdown by Justin Jefferson. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Vikings get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit.
Joseph connects on the extra point, and the lead's down to 24.
Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line.
Well, the win for them at this point seems pretty assured. I mean, still a decent amount of time left here in the 4th quarter, Charles, but you got the football, you're up 3 scores. They have to be feeling really good about where they're at.
I love your observation skills, partner, because I think you saw them charge onto the field fired up about another chance to get into the end zone. Looks to me like this group is ready to crush any hope left on the opposing sideline, and they want to do it with some gusto, too.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
Well, 4th quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
Well, with this game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches, they want to run their full playbook no matter who's on the field.
Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down. Here's Bradley Pinion now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. It'll be a 41-yard punt. Give them 5 on the return. And the Vikings will take over here, 1st and 10. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway.
Their hopes of advancing past this divisional round hanging by a thread, if that, as they begin here with a 1st and 10 on the wrong side of the scoreboard. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
To throw again on 2nd down. Cousins, nowhere to go here. He lost the football, and the Falcons grab it. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line.
You've had to put up with me in this booth. I'm going to try and be simple this time and succinct. It simply has not been their night.
No, I think that fumble's kind of indicative of how this whole evening's gone, isn't it?
Without a doubt. I mean, they've tried, but nothing has ever really taken throughout the game. That's why they're down so big.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
They are certainly not letting up on the pressure in this one, and oftentimes you hear this expression, all gas, no break from defenses. But in this case, it's the offense still throwing the football up big in the 4th quarter.
He'll get about 6 there as he takes this one down to the 24-yard line. The Falcons on 3rd down, not quite 50%, 4 for 9. This is 3rd and 4. He'll look to throw. That ball is caught. It's London for the Atlanta touchdown. A great effort there with his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Falcons are moving closer to a date now in the NFC Championship game as they're able to extend this 4th quarter lead. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. From the 10.
Jalen Ranger on the return. The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
A 1st down throw for Cousins. This is caught. Touchdown! Irv Smith Jr. from 10 yards out. And the Vikings get a bit closer. Cousins will try and throw. And now here's another interception. A big seam, and he might go all the way.
Well, there's some excitement, right? Go for 2, and instead it gets picked off. And how about the return? Give him a lot of credit, though, for not giving up after the play.
Yeah, the troops rallied.
Exactly, and getting back there and making the tackle and not giving up 2 points themselves.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Beginning on the ground with Patterson, and he is going to lose yardage here. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. This offense has had a lot to like in this game. I don't know that last play that was going to make the highlight reel.
It's not going to make the highlight reel, but it will be the focus of the film session that the team has to sit through. I've sat through those before. Never any fun. You're always excited about your good plays, and they actually fast forward through those. All right, that was good. All right, great. They get to the bad ones and really illuminate them. Not cool.
So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
On that play, it was the defensive front that won the battle. They out-leveraged the offensive line, got into the backfield, and held them to no gain.
Black 22 needle. 33 rail.
Again, Patterson.
And he'll be taken down right around the 41-yard line.
68 yards rushing for him now to this point.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20.
It's a gain of 20.
Now it looks like he'll throw here.
And this ball incomplete. Looked very much to be a catchable ball. He could not hang on. Second down coming up. Back to the ground now. Patterson.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. A long way to go here on third down for the 8th play of the drive. Now back to throw. And give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues.
Well, after their wild card round game last week, you and I said, wow, they played pretty well. Maybe they got a shot at keeping this one close. They've done more than keep this one close.
Yeah, they've made quite a statement, haven't they? And I don't know if it was the week off that hurt this defense, but they've been flat from the get-go, and that's always a coach's fear. Okay, you earn the open week, but you wonder how they'll respond with that extra time off.
And it seems like they've been running uphill all game.
Taken from about the 12. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway.
We said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield.
And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in.
One last shot now for Cousins. And he's got his tight end. That's Smith. Finding room at midfield. Down the sideline he goes.
And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line. The Falcons are moving on. Congratulations to them. Thanks for watching. And